You wake scratching. Not dramatically, not in horror. Just a slow, half-asleep drag of your fingers along your ankle, then your wrist, then the back of your neck. The straw mattress beneath you rustles softly as you shift, and you tell yourself it's nothing, just dry fibers, just imagination. But there's a faint, persistent itch that wasn't there when you first lay down. Welcome to the less romantic side of pre-modern sleep. You sit up slightly, pulling the wool blanket away from your shoulders. In the dim gray of early morning, the bed looks innocent enough, just a sagging sack of straw atop a wooden frame. But woven into its seams and tucked into the crevices of the wood are tiny co-inhabitants. The mainstream historical fact here is blunt. Bedbugs have been human companions for thousands of years. Archaeological evidence shows they were present in ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome, and they thrive particularly well in environments with organic bedding and shared sleeping spaces. Medieval Europe was no exception. You run your hand along the mattress seam. You don't see anything clearly in the low light, but you feel that faint prickle again. Bedbugs are nocturnal. They emerge when warmth and carbon dioxide signal that you're asleep. They feed quietly, efficiently. It's not just bedbugs either. Fleas are common, especially in homes where animals share indoor space. In peasant cottages, livestock sometimes shelter indoors during harsh weather. That closeness brings warmth and parasites. You scratch your forearm again, slower this time. The itch blooms gently, then fades. Scholars still argue about the scale of infestation in medieval households. Some suggest it was nearly universal. Others propose that regular replacement of straw bedding may have kept populations somewhat manageable. After all, straw mattresses were often refreshed seasonally. Old straw was removed, burned, or composted and replaced with new. But between those replacements, life teems. You lie back down and stare at the ceiling beams. There's a faint web in one corner. A spider waits patiently, still as a carved ornament. In a strange way, spiders are allies. They reduce the number of flying insects. You decide to let it remain undisturbed. The wooden bed frame creaks as you roll onto your side. Wood itself offers countless hiding places, tiny cracks and joints perfect for insects to tuck themselves into during daylight hours. Quirky detail from history. Some medieval households attempted pest control by sprinkling herbs, like lavender or mint, into bedding. Whether it was truly effective or simply aromatic optimism is debated. You imagine crushing dried lavender between your fingers and scattering it across straw, hoping for relief. You pull the blanket tighter around you. The wool scratches faintly against your chin. It's heavy, comforting, but also a possible harbor for tiny stowaways. Washing textiles frequently is difficult. Water must be drawn, heated, carried. Soap is not cheap. You feel something crawl lightly along your calf. You freeze, then brush it away quickly. Nighttime paranoia blends with reality. Not every tickle is an insect. Sometimes it's just a stray fiber shifting across skin. But your mind fills in possibilities easily. Despite all this, sleep still comes. That's the remarkable part. Humans adapt not just to hard surfaces and cold drafts, but to the knowledge that they are not alone in their beds. It becomes background noise, like the creak of wood or the whisper of wind. You shift onto your back. The straw beneath you compresses unevenly. One hip dips lower than the other. You try to center yourself, redistributing weight. Outside, a rooster calls prematurely. Dawn creeps closer. The room lightens slightly. Interestingly, pre-modern texts rarely express the same horror toward bedbugs that modern people do. They are nuisances, yes, but familiar ones. Martial, the Roman poet, jokes about them. Medieval writers mention them casually. Outrage seems muted, perhaps because eradication is nearly impossible. Scholars still argue whether the psychological tolerance for parasites was simply higher due to ubiquity, or whether people were as irritated as we would be, but lacked written records of complaint from lower classes. You rub your eyes and sit up fully now. Small red marks dot your wrist. They itch mildly but are hardly catastrophic. There's no pesticide spray, no mattress encasement, no pest control hotline. Instead, maintenance is physical and cyclical. Bedding is aired out in sunlight. Straw is replaced. Wooden frames are scrubbed. Blankets are beaten vigorously outside to dislodge what they can. Sunlight, in fact, becomes an ally. Ultraviolet rays help reduce moisture and, to some degree, pests. You'll drag the mattress sack outside later. Hang it over a railing and let the breeze move through it. For now, though, you lie back down one more time, trying to capture a final fragment of sleep before the day begins. The itch fades gradually. Your breathing steadies. You close your eyes despite the knowledge that microscopic life shares your space, because exhaustion always wins eventually. In this era, comfort is not the absence of discomfort. It's the ability to rest anyway. The straw crackles softly beneath you. The wool blanket warms your shoulders. The faint smell of smoke lingers in the air. And even with unseen companions tucked into seams and shadows, you drift back towards sleep, proving once again that the human body can rest almost anywhere. No mattress cover required.